so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act, well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a vibe when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile, like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, you're so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a vibe when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are coming to the end of the second day of the Cardmaker Success Summit, and we have a great sponsor coming up, Glassboard Studios. And as I'm looking backstage, I think something's going on with her camera, so I'm going to give her a second to try to figure that out because all I see is black screen. Which is a shame because I was just talking with her. So Leah, if you can hear me, try going out of the studio and then coming back. That might help because you're flickering back between white and black. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we are just going to go with it. And if we can't get Leah on the screen, then I guess I'm going to do a little demo for you. All right. So if you guys have not heard of Glassboard Studios, I have been using their products forever. And I'm going to just flip my camera over so you can see my studio mat right here. Oh, I see Lynn. I see her there. Okay, let's go back. Woohoo! We got her in the studio. All right, let's go ahead and bring Leah from Glassboard Studios on the screen. Hey, Leah.
Hello.
Were you panicking? Were you panicking there for a second?
Yeah, a little bit.
I see it flickering. I was like, the countdown's getting down to 0. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, we have tech issues all the time here. So trust me, it is all right. All right. Okay, you guys, you know the routine. We got a fabulous speaker or fabulous sponsor on, and this is the first time Glassboard Studios has been in the gold level. So thank you so much for joining us. You can go to cardmakersuccesssummit.com/Glassboard Studio and use the promo code that is flashing through the screen right now to get, how much is that off? Did I see that right as it came across? Let me wait for it one more time because I think my eyes were fooling me. Oh my gosh, 20% off? That is insane, you guys. When I share my promo code, I only get like 10% off. So you guys are getting a real treat here. All right, so Leah, I am going to let you have the stage. Hopefully your camera will stay with us. If for some reason you go out, I'll take over and I'll just do a little demo on my Glassboard Studio because it's right here ready, okay?
Perfect.
All right, here we go.
All right. So my name is Leah, and I am I'm with Glassboard Studio, and we have these really awesome glass magnetic craft mats that they've gotten pretty popular. So this is, I'm just going to start out showing you some of the different sizes and designs that we have. So this first one is a 9 by 12. So it's a little bit bigger than like a standard printer sheet of paper. And this one is in blush. And you'll see, I'll show you a bunch of different designs. We have all different kinds. And this one's really handy, like if you, especially if you want to take it somewhere with you. I actually just went to a card making party like a week ago, and I brought this with me, and everyone was like, oh. So it's really handy. The next size up that we have, this is our 13.5 by 18. And it's bigger if you like to do like scrapbooking too. Like this is going to be definitely a better size. This color is our Meadow Lilac, and it's really pretty. And it's just, you know, kind of a good medium size for you. And then this one is our most popular. It's our most popular size and color. It's white. Because sometimes when you're crafting, it's better to just have a neutral background. But this one is like, it fits most desks and it covers most of your workspace, and it just kind of like defines your space, and it's really nice. I just leave mine on my desk all the time and do all kinds of things on it. My daughter was actually doing an online math class recently, and she was using the grid for like her graphing paper, like with a dry erase marker. And she was like doing her nails while she was watching the teaching videos, and she got some on my craft mat. It came right off, and we'll get into that more later. So anyway, that last one I showed you is our true white. And like I said, it's the most popular. We also have black, which is like really sleek looking, really nice. And then like gray, and we have a blue one that I'll show you in a little bit. And we actually do a craft mat of the month. And since it's the 1st of August, we have a brand new one for this month, and I'm going to show it to you. This is our retro sun. And I think it turned out so fun just for the end of summer. And we always try, we'll get into the magnets later, but we always make sure that it matches some of our magnets because we all love color. We're crafters, we like our colors, and we like when things match. So it's fun to see like which magnets match well. And anyway, so since we're doing kind of a Christmas in July, well, now August theme, I thought I would show you our last one from December also because it's been super popular. And the ones that are really popular, we actually keep them around on our website a little bit longer until something surpasses it in popularity. So this one is one of my favorites. Isn't that cute? We call this one Sugar Cookie. And it's not like, you know, traditional Christmas, but it's so cute. And I just love this one. So as you can see on all of them, hopefully you have good enough definition there. We have 1-inch marks and 1/4-inch marks, and then eighth inch tick marks around the edges. They also have, it's kind of hard to see on this one. Maybe I'll grab my 9x12 again. Sorry, these guys are, I gotta shuffle them around. It has all the standard card sizes, these little marks right here. And these are really handy. Like, for instance, if I wanted to kind of lay out a card, I could use my dry erase marker to kind of say, I want it to be, this is what size of card I'm working with. And I like went into all these corners, and then you can say, I want my thing, or I want my design to go like this. And then you can use the measurements to figure out exactly how you need to cut your paper. I know you guys have your fancy die cuts and everything, but sometimes you just have a vision and you got to do it. So it's really nice. And then like dry erase markers just come right off. It's just, it comes perfectly clean and it's beautiful. So super handy. Another awesome thing about it is that it's super smooth glass. And I'm actually going to show you a different product. It's very similar, but this is our paint palette. You can mix paint directly on any of these. If you like to watercolor on your cards ever, or I don't know if you get into acrylic, maybe side projects, but these paint palettes don't have the grid. But this gray one is our most popular because it helps you to see the true color of what you're mixing, especially if it's watercolor. Acrylic, it's easier to see on whatever color surface you're mixing, but this like totally eliminates those white paint wells that are, they're like cheap, but they get stained really easy and they're not pretty. So when you have a craft mat, I mean, you could get one of these and use this. And this is our 6 by 9 inch size. We don't do this one with the grid on it, but we do the paint palette in the 6 by 9 and also a 9 by 12. So you can either have one of these to mix paint on, or even ink, or you can do it directly on the grid on a craft mat. So they're really handy. They're super versatile. So I'm going to show you. I was telling you that this comes so clean, right? So I made a mess on this one and I did some different things here. This is Sharpie and then dry erase. This is acrylic paint that I have let dry for about 24 hours. This is watercolor, and see, I mixed right on the board. And this is watercolor, and I let that one dry for about 24 hours too. You can see some ink here. So like as you're doing cards, I'm sure sometimes you just go right off the edge and you know, you want to be able to get to the edges. So it's going to get on your craft mat. And then we have, this is a hot glue gun glue. And it's hard to see up here, but I used some glue tape and then like actually pressed some paper on it to leave kind of a residue. And I'm going to show you how easily these all clean up. So I already showed you dry erase. The dry erase just wipes it right off. And it's gone. And there's no ghosting. Like whiteboards, sometimes you'll have like, you know, ghosting left over. Like you'll be able to see what you wrote on it, you know, years later. The dry erase is so nice. I showed you for like planning like what you're going to do on your card, but also if you need to write notes for any reason, you just write them right on your board, and it's awesome. So this is hot glue gun, and this is just gonna peel right off, and it might leave some residue, but that's gonna come right off with alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. And I usually use, you can use microfiber towels to really make sure you're not scratching or anything, but also I often use paper towels because the microfiber stains. So as you can see, that's all gone. Also the acrylic will also peel right off. And again, you might have to clean it up a little bit afterwards with some rubbing alcohol, but like it's just so easy to come right off. For the rest of these, we're going to use the rubbing alcohol, like I said. And I like to just keep a cute little bottle like this in my, like near my workstation. And we'll see if I can do this vertically. I don't have like a nice setup where I can show you my work surface here, but I just gave the Sharpie a little spray and gone. It's awesome because you sometimes with dry erase, if you need it to stay put a little bit longer, it sometimes you worry that you're gonna smudge it and it's gonna disappear and you'll be like, what did I do? But the Sharpie, like you can just use that and it comes off so easy. So for the ink right here, give it a little spray and rub. Totally clean. Perfect, just like new. And then same for the watercolor. The watercolor is going to take a little bit more rubbing and maybe a little bit more rubbing alcohol because it's just a thicker, messier mess. But it's going to come off, I promise. And you don't want to watch me do this all day, so hopefully one more will do it. You can see it's coming off. To get it totally clean, you might need to do it one more time, but it's going to come totally clean. And then glue tape. You guys are probably more talented at this than I am, but I miss sometimes when I get it on my crafting surface. But even this, if you can see it, those two little stripes up there, like spray and rub. No, it's going to come right off too. I know it's really hard to see, but you can kind of hear. I don't know. It's hard to show that on camera, but you'll see it, you know, if you have one in real life. It's super handy. It can take pretty much anything off. So that's one of the the biggest reasons why I love it. So let's see. It's also heat resistant. So actually earlier today, I had some shorts that I didn't want to be so wrinkly, and I just came right in here. I didn't want to set up my ironing board. I just ironed it right on my craft mat because it's a smooth, flat surface and it's amazing. But, you know, in terms of crafting, if you happen to do like heat transfer vinyl ever, like if you don't have a fancy press, you can iron right on it. I've done that many times. If you're doing like heat embossing or anything like that, you can do it right on here and it's not going to damage it. And I showed you how I had the hot glue gun right on there, the dried glue, and it just peels right off and it doesn't damage the board. It's amazing. Another thing that's really awesome about it is that it's scratch resistant. We don't say that you can't scratch it, and in fact, when you receive it, it includes, we have like a sticker on there that says you can scratch this. Like if you're wearing certain jewelry as you work, sometimes that will scratch the surface. Like, I mean, it's glass, so if you get like your diamond ring on it, it might scratch. And there's various things that can scratch it, but I often will use an X-Acto knife on it, and I can't ever see like any scratches. As long as you're not like digging in really hard, like it totally works and it's great. I would not recommend these guys. because I was trying to use it. I was just kind of testing it one day to see how it would do with fabric, because I also like to do a little bit of sewing. Um, my craft mat was fine. It looked beautiful after. This was so dull, I had to get a new blade. Like, it was worthless after that. So, you know, you can cut on it, but only if you planning on replacing your blade soon. Anyway, so there's that. It's awesome. The glass is super high quality, and it's tempered glass, so if you happen to, I mean, it's not, indestructible. If you drop it, it might break. It might. We've dropped some before that don't break. They're that high quality, and it's like a 1/4 inch thick, so it's really great glass. But if you did drop it, and if it did break, it's not gonna like have shards all over the place. It's gonna be like a safe a safe break. And it also has rounded corners so that you're not gonna be like hurting yourself trying to move it and working on it. So I'm gonna show you the back of it now, because it also has these awesome non-slip feet, and that makes it gives it a little bit of height, so it's easier to pick up off your table. Like if you just have glass flat on the table, it's going to be hard to pick up. So these are super handy, and also it makes it so it doesn't slide around. And then this is the magic. This is a piece of metal that is applied to the back, and it makes it magnetic. And this is like a game changer. Like, so many people we've talked to have said that the metal that and the magnets are a game changer. So not only are the magnets handy, and we'll talk about that more in a second, but we sell our super strong magnets in all of these 13 colors. They are so pretty and so fun. And like I said, we like to try and match them to our craft mat of the month. Like I was showing you the pink craft mat. It looks so cute with this, but also like, it doesn't have to match perfectly. You can color coordinate and use a different color with it. You can pick whatever your favorite is. And these magnets are amazing. They are so strong. I will show you. Sorry, I have to keep grabbing different craft mats because, Anyway, so if you're working and you have a card, you can just stick your magnet on it, and look at that. It's not going anywhere. It's stuck. It's like having a third hand. It's amazing. So this comes in handy for all kinds of things. I've seen it used, and actually I've used it this way, to help hold things together as it's drying. Like if you glue it and you're waiting for it to dry, this is a great way to give it, instead of putting something heavy on it, like this can just hold it in place. And not only, this is like a typical card that I just magneted on here, but I know a lot of you like your chunky cards. You like to put lots of different layers of, paper on it. So this can hold, there's one sheet, there's 2 sheets, and we'll just save some time. This is a stack of 5 more sheets. And I can hold it all. Like that is vertical. And it's maybe it's like a little bit, but that's a lot of cardstock. And I don't know, do you guys go that thick on your cards? Maybe. I'm sure you do, because they're amazing and beautiful, and I love to see what you guys do. Anyway, it also works great for like if you ever work with like craft foam, like it holds that. And this is just our smallest magnet. We also have one that's like twice this size, and we actually have rulers too that I'm going to show you in a second. So it works with the craft foam. And then my favorite way to use this is with a stencil. So you get your stencil on there, and I usually would put probably 2 on just to make it, extra secure. And then you can just, you don't even have to hold it still. Like you just get your ink on there and go at it. And oh, I'm holding it out of habit. but you don't have to. Like, it's just there and it's not going anywhere. And it's not going to slide and ruin your design. It's just, it's perfect. So good. So sorry, I have notes here, so I don't forget to tell you any of the cool things. The reason that these stick so well is that inside there are rare earth neodymium magnets. It's a tricky word. I don't know if you've heard it, but there's a magnet in there. And then this is a non-slip surface to help it not slide around and not scratch your glass. So it will protect your craft mat. And so these, since the glass is a 1/4 inch thick, they don't work with like your typical refrigerator magnet. See, it's not, it's not going to stay, but those do. They're so strong and they're amazing. Let's see. What else did I have for you? Okay, let me show you these rulers too. So these rulers, woo, when you're working with magnets, sometimes they do crazy things. This one just like flipped because it was trying to get away from this one. These are our rulers and they stick right on those boards too. And when we had these at the creativity show a few months ago, people were like, I can't get it off because they're that strong. But you just got to get a good grip on it and they come right off and they're super handy. It makes it so you don't have to hold your ruler in place while you're, you know, tracing and making your lines and all that. And then just really quick, Brandy's here, so I think I'm about done, right? One more thing that we have on our website is these Hexaflex organizers. And this is my setup. I have like my glue tape in here and some other various things. But these things, I'll show you in an empty one. They slide apart. So you can rearrange them any way you want. You just gotta start at the top and they slide right down. And you can, and I like arrangements like this, but if you have like a long area that you need to put things in, like you set up like this and it's amazing. And they also come with these little, I call them asterisks to help organize things if you want. But they're super handy. And actually, sometimes I'll stick, if I'm working on my glass board, sometimes I'll put magnets in the little tiny ones, in these little guys, and it holds it pretty well. It's not perfect. Maybe we should develop one that, you know, is designed to stay in place like that, but sometimes it's really handy. So anyway, that's what we've got.
Perfect. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, why do I have my camera just sort of hanging here? Well, I took it off the mount because I want to show you my little setup with my Glassboard Studio. So give me 1 second. If I can turn the camera over. And so what she was just showing here is the hexagonal type organization. And I pulled this one kind of off to show you. You just slide it in. It's hard for me to do this with one hand.
Yeah.
Just like that. Well, maybe better with 2 hands. But then I also wanted to show, and let me just put this back up. Oh, goodness. Well, not going to happen. But
well, I can see it's all
this is how
coordinated.
I know. You guys always ask me, what color do you want of this new product? Pink? Yeah. So this is all of my magnets. This is how strong they are. I mean, look at that, you guys. They are super, super strong. All right, I'm going to flip
them like this, so they wouldn't be too close friends.
I'm gonna flip the camera over, and hopefully it does not fall. There we go. So yes, you guys, if you haven't gotten one of these mats, you have to get one. I can't tell you how messy I am as a crafter, and I've got it big enough. I've got the, looks like 24 by 18, I believe, is my size. And it is a little bit messy, I ain't gonna lie. I do have a little paint here that I probably should clean up. And there are scratches. I mean, you can kind of, let me see if you can see. I mean, you can't really see it from the thing, but you know what? This is real life, you guys. Real life. And there we go. I know, I'm making y'all sick. But I have the smaller one that I take with me when I go to crops and whatnot. And this one lives on my studio, on my workstation. I've got another workstation over there that I've got another one laid out. I mean, they're very versatile and they are so useful, just so useful. They clean up like a dream, especially if you're doing anything with watercolor or your dye inks with ink pads and stuff. I can't tell you how many times I just smush ink onto my work surface and then use it with that when I'm ink blending, when I'm watercoloring, the whole 9 yards. So I use it every single day and it has held up. Now I got lucky because one time ago they used to do custom designs. Woo, that was a magnet. And so I was lucky enough, it's upside down, but got my little Card Maker Success membership logo there.
Yeah.
So I understand they don't do the custom ones, but they have such pretty designs that they're creating now. So I will say that.
I was just going to say, we like to take suggestions. Like if you have an idea for one that we could do for our craft mat of the month, give us ideas.
There you go. There you go. If we've got any artists in the house,
yeah,
you need to reach out to Glassboards. But I will tell you that when I started doing presentations like this with overhead cameras and I got all the lights and stuff, I was using a black glass mat before, and it really was distracting to see that light show through. Now you can still see some of the light, you know, on my glass mat here, but it being white was a whole lot better for videos. So you know, just take it for whatever it's worth. If you're interested in doing any kind of creating online and stuff, and you need something that's a little bit more friendly for videoing. Obviously, if I had my way, it wouldn't be glass reflective because then it would be the best for videoing, but then I wouldn't be able to use it like I normally do. So there you have it.
We haven't figured that out yet.
Nope, not yet. All right, you guys, we are giving away, let me see, one bundle. So you get to choose your choice of color or the boards and the magnets for an 18 by 24 size mat, which is the size that I use, and 2 mini pawn, which I believe are these guys. Is this the pawns? Yeah, okay, yeah. So 2 minis of those. Do you guys sell these guys anymore? These look like,
yes.
Remember
I forgot to mention those. Yeah.
Do you remember the game Sorry?
Yeah.
You're probably too young.
No,
You probably you
that.
remember Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it reminds me of, those little game board pieces where you slide down the board.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself, I'm sure. All right, you guys, we're going to give this away. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So the winner is Chris, and Chris's last name starts with a T and ends with a U. Congratulations, Chris. We will be emailing all of our winners on Monday, so please do not email us beforehand asking if you won. Thank you so much, Leah. We appreciate Glassboard Studio so much. You guys are so kind and so generous. I can't wait for us to do more of these collabs in the future.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for allowing us to.
All right. Take care.
You too.
All right. All right, you guys. So we are, oops, what is going on here? Let me go ahead. There we go. We are at the end of day 2, and there is an email that, this is so distracting. There is an email that is going out into your inbox this evening, and it's going to wrap up everything that we have done today. You're going to have all the links to the live streams, all of the links to the presentations. I believe we've got links to the worksheets and all of that in there. Is that right here? Yes, we do. So that email is going to be your ticket to making sure you keep on top of everything that's been happening today. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, you're going to get another email with a whole other group of videos to watch, live streams to join, sponsor demos. And don't forget, if you're a VIP, tomorrow is our VIP. If you're a premium VIP member, tomorrow is our VIP crop. So head on over to your VIP portal and register for that crop. It is going to be on Zoom. All right, you guys, have a good night. I will see you tomorrow, and I promise I'm going to fix my camera by then. Bye-bye.